gonna lie, it's been a bit of a funny old day today in terms of doing this and getting videos together. In terms of we've got our Manchester United preview coming up, which will be tomorrow. Now, I've also recorded a transfer update. Which is only picking out a few players. We're being linked to quite a few at the moment, as these things typically are. So I've tried to sort of pick out the sort of main ones as it is. So that video was due to be now. That was the kind of intention. And then the news just broke from EXWHU employee with regards to a new investor. Before getting to the video, though, if you're new to the channel, do subscribe. It takes 2 seconds to do so, and we really do appreciate it. Also, hit that like button as well, because it helps us to go on new audience, which really does help us as well. So we really appreciate it. Now, I want to talk about this. I'll tell you what, I want to touch on a couple of things. The club have just broken as well, just to add to this, players that are being released are not going to get new contracts, which is quite surprising. One of the names is very surprising. So West Ham can confirm that Aaron Creswell, Lucas Fabianski, Vladimir Soufal and Danny Ings will leave the club when their contracts expired at the end of the 2024-25 season. Graham Potter's commented on this. He's turned around and said, Aaron, Lucas, Vladimir and Danny have been a pleasure to work with in my time here so far. All brilliant professionals on and off the pitch with fantastic experience in the Premier League. Clearly loved and admired by their teammates and everyone here at the club. Kind of the nice little things you say. They want to say, show their appreciation for the final home game, which is quite nice. I appreciate they're doing that. I think it's the right thing to do. Quite surprised about Aaron Creswell. I'm going to be honest. I felt that he would have been possibly worthy of one more year, only because I feel like not only has he shown that he can be still useful to have as a player for the side, but also I like the fact that he has been a close mentor to Ollie Scholes. So I do find it a little bit strange that we're not keeping him a little bit longer. But look, this is Graham Potter's side, his vision, what he wants to take forward, and we've got to back him at the end of the day. This is what he's been brought here. I know that there's a lot of fans that are obviously still very unconvinced by Potter, and I understand that, and I'm still, certainly not brimming with confidence, but I feel like we're going into this window knowing that there's a lot of work to be done. And if Potter feels like, look, these players need to go to free up some space for the players that he wants to bring in, then we've got to go with it, I suppose. But yeah, so 4 big players that are going in terms of Danny Ings, not so much, obviously. I mean, he's obviously done his bit, hasn't he, for the club? But I mean, Aaron Creswell, 11 years at the club, unbelievable. What a servant he's been for us. Also, Lucas Fabianski, 7 years at West Ham, an incredible player, really, and one of our best goalkeepers we've had at the club. Has been stunning, really, and it'd be sad to see him go. And of course, Vladimir Soufal, who we knew was off. Brilliant signing for us, and in his first couple of seasons was remarkable, wasn't he? And he's still proven to be useful. I feel like he's going to go to Fulham, to be honest. I think that's his most likely destination. I know that there's talk of Everton, but I think it's likely to be Fulham at this stage. So that's them going. As I say, a little bit disappointed to hear about Aaron Creswell. I felt that would have been a worthwhile sign to keep him on for maybe one more season. But as I say, if it's down to the club and Potter feels like that's not the case and not needed, then who am I to argue? Right, let's talk about the interesting news in terms of what EXWHU employee has had to say. So I'm going to read out what he said and try and get my understanding of it. So basically, we can exclusively reveal that a wealthy American has been preparing to make an offer for David Gold's shares of the club. Now, David Gold's family own 25.1% of the shares at West Ham. There was talk that possibly they'll be willing to sell half, but understand it from this update, it looks like they might be willing to sell all of their shares. It is well known the Gold family are prepared to listen to offers. Okay, fine. For the percentage, which is thought to be around 25.1%, which it is. Whether the acceptable offer will be made is currently negotiations at the moment. So, whilst the potential American investor's identity is not yet known, he's said to be very wealthy, which is interesting. I wonder who that is. I'm guessing we don't know really, but let's wait and see. It's important to stress that it's very early stages though, so it's not known. There's nothing official yet. But look, we, as fans, right, we are starved of good news, aren't we, this season? It has been an absolute diabolical campaign, really, and one that I've said many times. Like yourself, I'm sure Phil. Very eager to see the back of it, really. And I want some good news. We're going into a very busy summer. We're hoping to see some movement. My nerves will feel a lot better once we start getting some deals over the line. I've been quite pleased with some of the players we've been linked with. Some of them not so much. Some of them I'm quite happy with. I like the sort of calibre of players we're looking at, especially the age range as well. I'm in that regard. But in terms of ownership, this club desperately needs new ownership. We all know that. That is a change we're all craving. I'm not saying that this is this is what this indicates, a change of ownership. But certainly to have a fresh pair of eyes at the football club and a bit of money being injected into it will certainly do us no harm at all. So be interesting to see how this one pans out. But yeah, quite big news. So yeah, that's where we are with that. So just to reiterate, then it's American owner. Sorry, American investor, should I say, looking to acquire 25.1% per shares of the club, and they're currently in negotiations. It's still very early days, so it's not as if it's expect an announcement from the club anytime soon. But we do know that the Gold family have been eager to sell their shares, so. I think it's a good thing. We know that they want to walk away from it. It's now whether that are we going to see the same from David Sullivan? I mean, I get asked that quite a lot. What my thoughts are on Sullivan and his ownership, and will he be looking to sell? It's always been an indication that he doesn't want to sell. We've not seen much appetite there. But my kind of feeling is on it. He's not getting any bloody younger, is he? Let's be honest. And I don't see a long future in terms of Sullivan being the owner of this club for too much longer. I would imagine the next few years. I think that's it. We're only looking at a handful of years now, I would imagine, and hopefully it'll be sooner than that because we are desperate for change and desperate for a freshen up of this football club and taking in a direction that we want to see it go. So that's where we are. I think it's quite an interesting piece of news there from EXWHU Employee, I will say. I hope that it's something that lifts the mood a little bit going into this weekend. I know as I say, we're all anything we can get at the moment. Let's just grab it. And having a new investor coming into the club, I don't think can't be bad news at this stage. So let's hope that it works out well. Any more updates on that, I'll let you know. As I say, I'll have a transfer update coming tomorrow, as well as Manchester United preview as well. So look, have a good weekend and catch up with you soon. Take care and have a good one. Come on, you Irons.